Right, hello symphonic band. This is your asynchronous video if you missed your lesson on Wednesday and or your math testing on Friday, so you're going to take a look at this video instead. Okay, so we're going to start in the gold book on page 2, and the page that's presented on my page right now is the trombone and the baritone page. So make sure if you're not a trombone or a baritone player that you're paying attention to your own music. This is the gold book, page 2. We're going to do this call and response style, so I'm going to play first for the first 2 measures, and then you repeat after me. You can choose to play letter A or letter B. I'm going to play letter A. Go. 1, 2, me first. Here we go. So that was page 2 in the gold book. Now we're going to turn to page 8 in the gold book. And on page 8, we have our B flat major scale, arpeggio, and thirds. So we are going to start with the scale. You can choose letter 1B or 1A. This is just for our warm-up. Let's do it with the metronome. You can go ahead and play it with me. Here's our tempo. Our tempo. Let's do it together. Here we go. Instruments up. And 1, and 2, and ready, and go. One more time. And 1, 2, one more time, and go. Good. Go to warm up. Go ahead and flip to page 12. So on page 12, we have our E flat major scale. And in concert E flat major, we have 3 flats if you're a concert pitch instrument. We have B flat, E flat, and A flat. So if you're a flute player, remember we've got 1, 2, 3 in the pinky key. Trombones, we're in 3rd position. Baritones, we have that first finger down. Okay, and so forth. Let's go ahead and do letter 1B together. A little bit slower. Here's our tempo. 1, 2, ready, and go. That was a good practice. Let's do it one more time. And 1, 2, one more time, and go. Good. So what you're going to do now is you're going to pause this video and you're going to go into Schoology, and there is an assignment there called E flat major scale. You're going to submit that scale in Flipgrid. That's part of me knowing that you're actually watching this video, is that you're submitting that E flat major scale, okay? Once you're done with the E flat major scale, go ahead and come back to this loom so we can continue, okay? All right. So now let's go ahead and move on to the thirds of our E flat major scale. Remember, we skip every other note. Let's go a little bit slower. We're going to do it together. 1, 2, ready, and go. Okay, pause this video and do it again if you need to do it again. If you don't, then let's move on to the arpeggios. And 1, 2, arpeggio. Good, great job. All right, so once again, you're going to pause this video and you're going to go into that Flipgrid assignment and you're going to submit your E flat major thirds as well as your arpeggios, okay? Then I'm going to check them on Flipgrid, and then once you have those done, then I'm going to give you the okay, and then you're going to go into that gold sheet and you're going to cross off your E flat major thirds, arpeggios, and the scale, okay? So go ahead and pause this video to make sure you get that done. All right, moving on. So now we're going to do number 4, articulation and technique etude. So we have letter A, B, and C. I'm going to do articulation letter A. Here it goes. We're going to do it together. If you need to pause it and go back, please do so. 1, 2, and ready, and go. One more time for good luck. And 1, 2, one more time, and go. Pause that video and do that as many times as you need to until you get that one checked off. So next we're going to do number 5, which is articulation and technique number 2. And this is in 6/8, so that means 6 beats per measure and the 8th note gets the beat. When we turn on the metronome, we can divide this into 2 big beats, and we fit 3 notes into 1 big beat. So with our metronome, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once again, we have different articulations. Articulation A, B, and C. I'm going to do an articulation C, so tongue each sets of 3. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go back and do that as many times as you need to. So if you have to, go ahead and pause the video and practice that a few times until you can get that one crossed off. You don't need to submit that one in Flipgrid. Now let's take a look at number 16. Once again, we are in 4/4, and we have staccato notes above the 8th notes. So that means light and detached, right? And we release that with our air. I'm going to turn on our metronome. We're going to play it together. If you need to take a practice round of it first, go ahead and pause the video. Here we go. And 1, 2, together and go. Let's do it a little bit slower. Going to turn on the subdivision. And 1, and 2, and feel free to pause the video and go back and do that as many times as you need to until you get it down. All right, put that away. The next item that you need to turn in is your next number in book 3. Once you have done that, then you are all done with your lesson. So you need to submit 4 things on Flipgrid. 1, your E flat major scale. 2, your E flat major thirds. 3, your E flat major arpeggios. And 4, the number in your book. Okay, so once you are done with this lesson, I'll know that you actually did it by submitting those Flipgrid things. It doesn't need to be perfect. I just want to be able to help you out and make sure that you did your lesson. All right, everyone have a good weekend. Have a safe and healthy Halloween. Miss you guys. See you next week. Bye.